everyone, Hand here with another Vikings War of Clans video. So in this video what we're going to be talking about is the Onslaught preset, your Onslaught setup. This is a subject that one of my viewers brought up, sheer fucking will. His question was, what exactly is the difference between a pop Onslaught setup, a fortress Onslaught setup versus a normal setup? So I'm going to show you exactly what the difference is, and I guess I hope this video helps you. So basically, if we go into my hero sets, what you can see is I have one setup that is pop siege gear, and then I have another one which is pop onslaught setter. So this is if I'm setting the onslaught, and this one is if I'm joining the onslaughts. So first let's go and take a look at the normal siege gear for joining onslaughts. So basically, if we go here and look at our hero, what I'm going to say is, for me, the gear and the gems, none of this is changed. If I go from this to my other preset that I showed, my gears, my gems, none of those are changed in between the setups. So that isn't where the difference happens. The difference happens in the hero skills. So basically, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, what you can see is towards the end of my main skill abilities of my hero, I'm putting most of the points, especially the new extra points that you get with the update, all on the march speed, because one of the things that you need to prioritize when joining onslaughts is your march speed. The sooner you join, the faster the onslaught process, and the more likely that you're going to hit the target before everyone else. Now there's two options at the bottom here. One of them says warrior number in Onslaught, the other one says army offense in Onslaught. Some people argue that you should put these abilities on your normal gear. What I would say is I would rather do the march speed, because the bonuses that you get from this is minimalistic. Like this is, I think, 10% fully maxed, and you won't be able to fully max it. And this gives me 100% march speed, so this just makes more sense for me. But this isn't the only difference. So if we go to the special ability, what you can see is, again, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, most of my abilities right now are set up for my siege. And here again, there is an army offense and onslaught. I'm not doing that, and instead I'm prioritizing siege defense, siege health, and siege offense towards the bottom, which is all my extra special abilities. So this is just the normal pop gear basically. Now if I switch over to the pop onslaught setter and we take a look at that, the two differences that we're going to see is when you are the onslaught setter, you could sacrifice some of the march speed. So we went from 100% to 21%. And instead take army offense in onslaught. Now this is only a minimalistic, amount, and my my building isn't maxed, so there's probably enough to get this to maxed, which is 10%. I still haven't maxed it. I don't really set onslaughts anymore at this point, so it's not really a top priority. I do use this setup when I'm onslaughting towers, solo onslaughting towers. But if I'm onslaught setting in Fury or Home Gang, it's not that big of a deal, so I don't really mind the building not being maxed yet. There's quite a lot of other stuff that I need to focus on. But as I was saying, the one difference that you can see is army offense and onslaught. This is where I put the extra points. Now I can reset this exactly to show you how I make this setup. But you have to keep in mind that I am using siege as my main troop type, so this is probably going to be different for you. Basically what I'm going to do is unlock, click on this troop offense 2 and unlock that fully. Click on upgrade to maximum because we need that to be maxed. Now enemy troop health again needs to be fully maxed. Scroll, and I like to do this from the bottom up because that is just so much easier. Versus just going from the top down, because that just kind of gets confusing. So again, enemy troop offense, we need to maximize that. Enemy troop defense, again, maximize that, and then scroll up a little bit again. So since I'm siege, I'm going to do the siege health, max that one out. Scroll, siege defense, going to max that one out. Troop health, need to max this one out for sure. Troop defense, max this one out also. And keep scrolling. Now there's another siege offense. I need to take this. Oops. Troop defense 1 needs to be maxed. Troop health 1 needs to be maxed also. And then scroll, scroll, scroll. Again, siege offense, need to max that one out. Oh, there we go. Max that one out, and extra offense here. So need to take that for sure. And then scroll all the way to the bottom. Now here we have to do solo clicks because it doesn't do those multiple levels. And you know, this kind of can get a little bit annoying, so do them slowly, don't misclick. I've done misclicks multiple times. And these two both have to go up to 20 for the other one to be able to move up. So get them to 20, and then here again we can just go click and upgrade to max. And this is basically how I set up the main. Just because I don't like the notification thing from the invaders one, I'm just going to max this. You don't really need to, because you're not going to be killing invaders with this setup anyway. But let's just do it so that it doesn't annoy me. And then special. So as I explained, I like to go from the bottom down. So again, I go here all the way. Since I'm siege, I am prioritizing my siege offense. So I click here, unlock. Max, and then I have to unlock again multiple times. Max that, and then again, I think this is the last unlock, and max it out. So from there, I scroll up a little bit and find Army Offense in Onslaught 2. Max this out because it gives me 200% Army Offense in Onslaught, which is really big. And I skipped the Siege Defense, which makes my Siege a little bit squishy compared to a normal setup, and I take the siege health. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of my own siege health. A little bit of my own siege defense. Instead, I'm taking army offense in Onslaught, which gives 200% extra army offense. And if you are an Onslaught setter, that could make a really big difference, especially if you're onslaughting a building like a stronghold that is fully reinforced. You know, you want to get as much of an Onslaught offense advantage as you can. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really change the gems around from between these two sets. The gems are basically the same. So if we're looking at these and we compare them to the other one, it's basically the same. What I'm going with for now for my offense, at least, is the Celestial Opals. I'm taking those, which gives me troop health when capturing, troop health when guarding, extra health and defense. Celestial Rondonite, which is basically the offense version of the Celestial Opal, extra defense and health. And then lastly, I'm taking the Tafit, which gives me total offense, and then troop offense and Onslaught, which is really big. And troop offense when capturing fortresses also. So yeah, this is pretty much it. These are the gems that I would use. Some people, like, you know, preferentially change out the Celestial Opal for their troop-specific offense. In that case, you would have offense, 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 and offense. And I guess that is one way to go about it. I like the way the Celestial Opal, just gives me the balance. Because sometimes, you know, you're in situations where you can't switch from your offense gear to your defense gear. And this pretty much allows me to still have some sort of cushion, especially also when you join onslaughts. Having those extra health points isn't really a bad idea. So for me, currently, this is my setup, at least for offense. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video helped you out. I'll see you guys in the next one.